Here. This is going to be my anthem song for 2024. I feel about August. If you watch my other videos, you'll see my opinion about August being one of those months that have a lot of surprises, especially during the election year. Especially during the election year, you know, especially. But as I wait for people to find me, are they going to find me? It's possible someone will type in the chat and say, let me see. Hello. Anyways, I typed that in right now. So let's see. How are we going to do this? So minimize. Because I have a little bit of an agenda today while I'm live streaming. I'm going to go online. And so, wait a minute. Oh, I could probably do that. See something. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. But if you watch my other channel, the TDDamits channel, you probably can figure out what I'm doing, which is pretty interesting. Probably interesting, probably not. I don't know. Because my hobby is probably a hobby that not many people are into. As a matter of fact, the people that are into my hobby, I should try to be friends with. because then we have something in common. But I mean, it's crazy how much time I wasted on this hobby. And that's kind of what I was listening today. I was listening to a sermon from my church tonight on the way home. I was listening to it on live stream. And I was listening to the sermon, and it was really, really fantastic. They mentioned something about below average. So I said to myself, whoa, below average. And what really sparked my interest is that I think my other YouTube channel, I talk about being below average. But this is very subjective. It could be a matter of an opinion of being what below average is. Because one person's below average might be another person's above average. So it was very thought-provoking, because I was thinking to myself, because he said in the sermon, he said, you may be below average, or you may be average, you may be whatever. But the one encouraging thing that I heard was very simple. It's pretty simple. You are in your sphere of influence. Whatever your sphere of influence is, it could be like, I mean, I was thinking how perfect I am for whatever I'm into, for whatever um, uh, I know my thoughts aren't probably that coherent, but what got me really inspired is just the simple idea that I feel certain ways about myself, and maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but the fact of the matter is that I am where I am for a reason. Whatever the reason is, maybe we will know, maybe we will never know. But I just found encouragement in that because, well, the whole sermon was pretty much about encouragement. Well, it's the beginning of the year, and I guess most people want to be encouraged. So if that makes any sense, I think it does. Because, I mean, how do you feel about yourself? Do you feel pretty awful about yourself? And if you do, I mean, is it based on reality, or is it just a matter of an opinion? Is it just a matter of perspective? Because I know sometimes I do compare myself to other people. Maybe not so much anymore since I'm older, but it's just very oh, there's not the other color. So yeah, I think the bottom line is not to be discouraged and to be thinking rightly about yourself and your place in this world. Like I said before, so yeah, I'm doing a live stream because it just seemed like a good idea to do a live stream tonight for my 2 hours just to see what happens. I'm going to get in the word in a moment because the word is the way to correct your thinking for sure. Because if your thinking is not very good, you're going to be, yeah. confused and frustrated. And I promise that if you don't want to be confused and frustrated in your life, you gotta think rightly about you gotta think rightly about things. You know, I know it's really like so. It's yeah, it's so. It's like a no-brainer, really. Honestly, if you think about it, pun intended. Because the way you think is the way you live. So how do you live? How are you embarking on your task? How do you approach the different things in your life? You know, I mean, it's very easy to get discouraged and very easy to be disappointed and sad about how things aren't going your way. But ultimately, it's not what life is about. When things go your way, it's great. But do you grow? Do you grow in your life when you're not being disappointed? Do you grow in your life when you're having everything go your way? I don't think so. Crossbody. I don't think that's it. I don't think it really does you any good. I mean, when things go your way, occasionally it helps you to like maybe realize it's like, hey, I could appreciate it more. You can appreciate things more when things might be challenging 1 minute, and the next minute things are like like having a cold. If I have a cold, I mean, having a cold helps you appreciate the days when you're well, when you're feeling good. Usually, you don't even think about. You don't even really think about too much about like, oh, I don't feel good because you feel good. So when you feel good, you probably don't think about it. It's just average. It's just average time, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. So still looking for. I think I said I do a live stream from my other channel too, just for the experiment. But it does. I see a lot of people live streaming, and they probably have enough material probably to last without questions. They might just be pontificating on whatever's happening. But it's like, wait a minute. You're like, like for me, it's nice to have some interaction in the chat box. But since I only have like 170 something subscribers out of billions of videos, it's like, whoa, someone gonna stumble up on this? What is the likelihood of it being some good interaction? I don't know. It's a good question, I think. So, but like, how do you approach different things in your life? You know, how do you approach disappointments? And how do you approach like when you are eager to have things go your way, you know? Does it help you or hinder you? You know, it's one of those questions I think is pretty good to ask about helping and hindering, because helping and hindering is two different things. It's just like in relationships. Do you get with somebody that complicates you, or get someone that compliments you? I mean, do people even think about that? Do they think about, like, oh my gosh, this person's going to compliment me? So you're like, okay. You're like, all right. Windows to the wall. Windows to the wall. Wall pieces. See, that's 3x1. Looks like the color I need. Oh, okay. Okay, can do that. Now we'll go back to the. Oh. Kind of do an experiment, because like I do believe that life is an experiment. You live it and then you discover. Maybe you discover what you're going to discover, maybe you don't. You know, it's one of those things that just, whoa, you know. But if you if you just live your life, maybe you will discover stuff. You know. Kind of a bummer to be having a cough, but you know. But that's just how it is, you know. If you cough, you cough. So. My back itches. Don't worry, I took a shower today. I tried to take a shower as often as I could. Sydney. So, if you just joined me, I'm just working on some computer stuff right now, and doing it on the live stream. Maybe have some interaction take place, maybe not. Like someone came in and like they're like, "Oh, all right." They came on board and then boop, disappeared. Whoa, it's a bummer how that happened. Give me a loop-de-loo, give me the loop-de-lie. Whoa, that's interesting. Interesting. There is a curvy one like that. Ooh, interesting. Give me a loop-de-loo. Give me a loop-de-loo. All of the day and the night. Whoa, that's pretty wild. Looking at the roller coaster. Just drops. Boom. Drop like nobody would drop. Whoa. That's wild. Interesting. I've seen this last year in person. Whoa. Whoa. It's pretty wild. Like Gene Scott used to say, I'm not going to say another word until someone starts to donate money to me. Just kidding. I mean, for him, he wasn't kidding. He was serious. It's like, you start giving me money right now. If you want me to say anything, if you want me to talk, give me money right now. I'm like, well, kind of entertaining. I mean, but it's kind of one of those black-eyed things when you aren't, if you're not a Christian and then you hear that stuff, you're like, dude, all Christians want is money. Oh, they act like God is broke. Blah, blah, blah. You're like, well, maybe it does appear that way. I don't think I really found out anything I'm trying to find out. All right, here we go. Try it again. Okay. See what else I could look for over here. So if you're just joining me right now, just kidding, no one's joining me right now. It's like one of those things that's better to, okay, 45, shoot. Oh, 39, okay. Yeah, I'm just going to throw some stuff in this cart and just see how much it's going to add up to be. Just for craps and giggles. Because the fact of the matter is that I really need to rethink about my priorities. And after that message tonight, I'm like, whoa, I need to really think about what are my pursuits. Because pursue a lot of things, but like out of the pursuits, how many of the pursuits should I be pursuing, you know? So, I know it probably sounds redundant, but it's the truth. What are you pursuing right now? Because, I mean, I know what I want to pursue, but some things that I want to pursue, it's kind of like, I don't think it's vain. It could be. Could be vain. Vain pursuits. Oh, this is a circle curve one. That's cool. Let me see. Put all mess of them in there too. Okay, 10. Oh, but that's all the one. How you get it to go the other direction. Ooh. That's curved. Orange and yellow. Looks like it's just different colors. Well. Oh, there's no wavy one. Oh, interesting. I'm looking for a track for a roller coaster, and it appears that there's only some straight track, no wavy track. I mean, I have plenty of wavy track if I just use mine, but oh, here's a wavy track. It's called the bow. I need to get 10 of those. Oh, $76. $76.88 for that bag. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Okay. Well, it's probably going to be a chunk of change because this is $7 service fee, 28 days. If you just get everything in the thing. Crazy. I have these animals. Oh, you get bestseller animals. What do I want? The bestseller ones? I mean, yeah, the Husky's pretty nice. There's a rat. Looks like a rat. Some of the stuff is like, I don't really need. I mean, I don't need any of this stuff that I'm looking at, but I'm just like curious to see because I ended up giving away a lot of my, or not giving away. I did sell a whole big toolbox full of Lego in 2014, and thought it was a good idea. 1x6, 1x6x6. Oh, interesting. See, that wasn't a bestseller like last time I checked. It wasn't. It's pretty crazy, pretty gnarly when you think of this stuff. Oh, the clear glass door. See, the clear glass. Is that clear? No, it's not. Solid. It's a solid white door, but I do need some white doors for my project if I ever get around to it. Oh, the 3x4. I think there's three bys. Yeah, maybe not. That's interesting. Glass or frame. That's interesting. Don't think I really need any of that stuff, but it's kind of cool. See what frames they got. I could throw in a couple of the white doors anyways. Just because I'm doing an experiment, seeing how big I could get this bill. So if I spent $86, would it be a good idea or a bad idea? I know I should be preparing for my video on my video that I want to do on or put out Wednesday. But I got writer's block. Or I don't know, I just been kind of discouraged because the fact of the matter is that like it's like, is it a waste of time? Is it a good use of time? You don't really know until you know. It's freaking crazy because you just want to like do the best that you can, but like that one song, I tried my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. I don't know the rest of the words, but I wish I did. Yes. I don't know. Does any of that make sense to you? You can leave a comment. Let me know. I mean, probably no one clicks on a video saying, oh, I want to see someone discouraged and feeling sorry for himself. Well, I hope I'm not exactly feeling sorry for myself. But if I am, that's really not my intentions. Because I know pretty much, I know what's up. Because I think I do know what's up, you know? Life's complicated. You don't really know life until after you experience life, you know? But in my channel, I really try to talk about taboo subjects. And the taboo subjects is like a lot of stuff that, like politics, religion, personal life. I've harped on my personal life a couple times because the thing is that, yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer. Kind of like the position in my life, like my confidence is really bad. I have no confidence, but maybe I do. It's just that one of the questions that I've asked, or I haven't asked it, I don't even know how to phrase the question, but how much in your head is chemical, how much of it is spiritual, and how much of it is biological? Does that even make sense? Because it's like, man, I have crazy dreams at night, and my dreams, do they mean anything? Do these dreams go on when I close my eyes? They do. They really do go on. You know what? This might be a good rehearsal because I do want to do a burnt tenderloin uh, video for a burnt tenderloin video. Watch it on my other channel if you're remotely interested. It's called Burnt Tenderloin, and it's kind of a parody of um, Soft White Underbelly because it's one of those things. It's like, wait a minute, yeah, it's one of those things. But anyways, let's listen to some music right now. Let's try to listen to the rest of this. Because I just realized I didn't put my pajamas in the heat. Just when it goes down. So this is a Hot Wheel that I had from 1980. Check this out. I put the wheels, the tires, I put on this Lego. See? I'm gonna put them together. It's really quite fascinating because out of probably 30 something years, can't believe this is still around. You know? So I had this in my Lego for 30 something years. I just came across this and I'm gonna reunite them and it's gonna feel so good. It's pretty dirty. I probably should clean it off, but I'm not going to clean it off. But these tires fit on the Lego. I was like, oh my gosh, how cool. It was like a little race car. But now, oh shoot. Be funny if I can't get them off. Because it's been on for so long. Ow. I snapped my jaw and I heard my ears ringing. That's so crazy. Could you say crazy, boys and girls? Yeah, it's crazy. So people come in and then whatever. So this is pretty much the calm before the storm. It's only January 14th. Election stuff started already. They have another time to elect people. Elect your favorite person. But honestly, if you want to hear something honestly, I don't think anybody cares about the average person. They don't care. There's people that might care more than others. There's one person that's in the White House right now. I don't even think they have the capacity to care. I mean, they could care for people that maybe like, your loyalty, like I've said many times in my other videos, that there's some that deserve your loyalty and there's others that don't deserve your loyalty. Mad when things don't go well. I mean, there's this girl I have the hots for. There's a girl that I have the hots for, and I could tell she got a heart of gold. You'd be like, how could you tell? Just from, no, I saw her behavior. I saw I mean, she's not super hot, but I think I'm saying that because I'm trying to like be like, oh, I have a chance if she's not super hot. She might be super hot, dude. She might be very hot, but she got a heart of gold, man. I mean, that's the one wild thing, dude. Like finding the girl with the heart of gold, like that one song from that one guy. Wonder who sings it. Let me look it up. I can't play it. Oh shoot. I almost played 8 minutes of that one song, but that's definitely this song. Whoa. This song here. I know I'm being scatterbrained, but this song right here is going to be my anthem. The song is not like totally like fantastic, but it's just like if I need an anthem for 2024, I found it. I won't tell you all the details, but watch all my other videos about August. You'd be like, August? Yeah, I think August is the month where things really happen. I mean, it's not like I'm a prophet or anything, but you just tell. You just tell by the behavior of people. You could tell by just, see, this tire's not coming off. This tire has been on for over 30 years. And then I decided now I want to reunite them. Because I bought that Hot Wheel. I don't know how much Hot Wheels are 30 years ago. I think they were still $1 30 years ago. But this is all plastic. The bottom's plastic. What's the year? Let me see. The year. It says the year sometimes. Made in Malaysia. $19.90. $19.90. I gotta take a better picture of that. $19.90. That's wild. I might have still been in junior high when I got that. But it just shows how I was into Lego for a long time. Live streaming. I kind of want to get this. Now I'm determined to get this removed from this. I'm trying to break it. That would be kind of stupid. Did it break? I think that's a common piece now. But I remember at the time I was so excited. It's like, oh my gosh, these both pop off. They went from metal axles to plastic axles, maybe around that time. Whoa, 1990, man. That's crazy. Well, I guess I'm going to mess with that some other time because this is not working out. I'll try one more time, but I'm not trying to. Yeah, see, I think it's damaging the wheel. Yeah, it did damage it. Well, I was going to reunite it, but it seems like these are stuck forever. Whoa, kind of a crappy deal. Reunited and it feels so good. Reunited and it's understood. I don't know what's understood, but something is understood. There's a lot of things that I don't understand. And you don't understand until you figure it out. I'm going to get into the Bible study pretty soon. Because that's why people tune into this channel, because they want to hear me read the Bible. I'm being sarcastic. Oh, yeah, that is. See, look at, there's this wheel right here. See? And this Lego tractor that I got. This is not even my Lego channel, but I just did because I'm determined to make something fantastic. But then the more that I go down the trail, the more that I'm like, oh, dude, this is no good, man. I don't even know what I'm doing with myself. I got all these things going on myself. I got all these things going on, and I'm like, dude, I don't know. Oh, look, you got the different color heads now. Jeez. That is wild. That is really wild because I bought that one thing because of the different color heads, and then I'm looking at the different color heads here. It's like they have all the different colors of the rainbow, man. That's sad. Whoa. Whoa. That's pretty wild. Pretty wild, man. Shoot. They got different heads, different hairs. Ooh, they got a nerdy, ugly guy, too. Just like me. Ooh. What's that? Armor? You can even get Harlequin's hair. That is oh, man, that's wild. You could get copyrighted heads, too. Whoa. Whoa. Minifigure helmet. Whoa. You get the ugly head. Ooh, that's pretty dope. Whoa. Whoa, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm trying to get this tire off of this wheel. Yeah, that's pretty cool too. I don't know how to get it off without messing up the wheel, but I guess I could like take it off and mess the wheel up. I have plenty of them, but that's wild. That's so wild, man. Did I mention that's wild? Oh, you can get the mini figure trophies. Get the monkey kid towel. You get a mask, mini mask. Whoa, you get some cool stuff now. Jeez. Mini hat. Whoa, that's crazy. The beehive hat. Roller skate. You should get Sensei's beard. Oh, that's pretty cool. Whoa. You get all the pieces to make the bad guy from Dreams. Whoa. Whoa, there's some good stuff you can get on the minifigures. Get all the different color heads. Jeez, that's crazy. I didn't even need to buy that thing, but I did. It was one of the last things I bought, and then I'm already thinking of going back to the store to buy a couple things I missed. It's crazy. I should be just adding all that stuff I see right here. Oh, you get the baby head. Oh. Whoa. 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 What's that? Oh, you get the shooter. Yeah. Tap in baby and see what comes up. Uh-oh. They do have the baby body. That's white. Oh, man. Whoa. Whoa, that's crazy. What I always wanted. What I always needed. Whoa, that's so pathetic, but I did it, man. Whoa, and here's all the heads of different colors. All the different colors of the rainbow. Whoa. Whoa. I'm just adding all of them. I'm just like, whoa, the bill's over $109. But I don't think any of this stuff is actually counts for any of the whoa. Some of the stuff needs to come out of the bag. Whoa. That's wild. Can make my own little rainbow. Shoot. I'm not gonna mess with that anymore. I'll pick it up, put it to the side. Time to read the word. And time is oh. I'll start the Bible study in about 5 or 10 minutes. That's a bummer. I lost it. Get my trusty light flashlight. Where's my trusty flashlight? Wait a minute. I try to keep everything up here so I can find it. Apparently, it's not here. Whoa. Whoa. I got this for Christmas last year. So handy. See, the one piece that I really wanted the most, right here. See? And I found it on the floor. It's a bit of a bummer. Ow. That's my emergency light. If there's ever emergency, I could find my way find my way to the future. Freaking cold. It's freaking cold around here. I feel extra cold because I'm under the weather, so that's mop head. Mop head. Robot head. That's cool. They're all common pieces. Oh, that guy isn't. It's only 50 degrees. Damn, it feels worse than that. Not sure how to approach it, but it's like with everything, you just got to go do it and hope that someone will benefit from it, right? Yep. It's like with everything. Just do it. Just do your thing. And if people benefit from it, good. If they don't, well, give it a try. That's what I just kind of encourage everybody. Just take a step. Just take a step to do what you do. You know? Oh, what is that? That's ugly. Not even gonna get that. 126 bucks so far. Jeez. Oh shoot. Oh, a lot more to choose from. How wonderful. Harley Quinn hair is pretty cool. Oh shoot. Huh. Whoa. Crazy. Crazy, man. Oh. Just got texted today, didn't I? I meant to look at my phone to see the temperature, because this temperature is freaking terrible. 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 Oh, shoot. That's interesting. I'll go ahead and order. What the heck? Ooh, 138 bucks. Fudge. This stuff could add up fast, man. Ooh, ponytail. That's kind of dope. Be some punk rock thing. All right. Let me see what's going on in the text message. It's gonna be 68 degrees. Let's see. Check out the weather. Oh shoot, my phone's dead. My phone is dirt. I gotta go charge my phone. Actually, I should charge it here so I could get some stuff taken off of it. 40, 42. So tonight's gonna be 40, 42. It's probably the humidity. It's making it feel terribly cold. Terribly cold. Yeah, this country is shot out. I feel that once a year. I text my friend. He did a video with me. I think May. Look up Timo, the videos on my other channel, the TDDamits channel, and then you could see him. I edited it out a lot. I'm gonna revisit that maybe. So I'm gonna go put this on the charger right now. And while I do that, let's see if we can find some more music to get us ready to get us ready for some Bible study. Let's see. Background music. free? Well, I hope it is. Let's find out. This guy is really this guy or girl who does these songs maybe has the pulse on what
It's
I'm
an
trying
uncertain time in LA, but here in the North Valley, we know what's right.
Oh.
We support public safety.
I'm kidding about this music. You ready for Bible study? And I'm not trying to be blasphemous or anything, or irreverent. What the heck? Oh, push. Oh, that makes good background actually. I'm faithful to God, but I'm not faithful to Allah. Nope, not at all. Will to run, sworn to the sun. You want to put that on the t-shirt? Go for it. Oh, wait, my head was missing. What did I do? What was it? Uh-oh, is it over? Uh-oh, it might be. It might not be, but that was just a small musical break. My niece would kick my butt. My niece is all like, don't ever feel sorry for yourself in public. Don't let anybody ever see you feel sorry for yourself. I kind of feel sorry for myself, but then I kind of got some encouragement today when I read, when I listened to the preaching today at my church. Some good preaching. Oh, what's that? Whoa, that looks scary. I'll pick it anyways, just because it looks scary. I'll pick this one too, because it looks scary. Whoa, so wild and free. Many figure accessories. Many trophies. I don't need that. Ooh, there's gray ones too. Oh, that's a cool one. I put it in there. Oh, put that in there too. Oh, I'll put that in there too. Oh, $141. Dang. I gotta go through all this and figure out what I really want. I mean, I know what's up, man. I really do. I'm not like stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm just not as smart. I'm like smart, but it takes me a few more minutes to ponder pretty much the different things that I'm pondering. So it might come across like I'm stupid, but I'm not stupid. Oh, I'm actually really smart. Just kidding. If I were smart, I wouldn't be so eager to tell everybody what's on my mind. That's foolishness. If you read the Proverbs, you'll read the Proverbs, and the proverb says, don't be so quick to tell people what's on your mind. It might not go well. And you want it to go well, right? That's an ugly one, but I like it. About this stuff, I don't know. Oh, $247. Dang. I gotta think about what else. Like, if I have $147 for something, what else should I be getting? That's the question. You know, do I squander it? Do I squander all my money on stupid stuff? Or do I buy stuff that I really need? It's really a no-brainer, honestly. You get the stuff that you need, not the stuff that you. I mean, sometimes you could consider the stuff that you might want, but you really should mostly consider the things that you need. Because, like a lot of these things that we acquire, what's going to happen to it if a bomb blows up Los Angeles? What's going to happen to it if you have to quickly leave where you're at? I know that's probably something that you don't want to think about. Maybe that's more reason why this channel is not for children, because children don't really need to. Children don't really need to be thinking about the end. They should have awareness of the end, but the end might come quickly for the children, and they might not. I just, you have to be smart and witty and winsome about what you pursue and how you pursue it. Pursue. What are you pursuing? What are you pursuing right now? I mean, pursuing pleasures and all that stuff, yeah. I mean, because it just kind of comes with the territory. But the pleasures are so fleeting. Like I heard the message today at church. You got to catch it. But the message was really good because it really put things in perspective. Like, what are you using your time for? It's like, whoa, that's convicting. Because, I mean, I don't use my time very well. I have friends that use their time for working out, watching sports, stuff like that. I mean, that's more of a universal thing that everybody could get into, but I don't know. It's just wild. just wild, man. Just really wild when you think about it. Oh, that's a cool one. I mean, is it wild for you to think about, like, what are you using your time for? What is the next couple minutes of your life? But I just keep it up because maybe I'll stumble up on something. Maybe someone will come in and, maybe they will be, you know, be encouraged by the little bit of talk that I'm talking. Very a lot to ponder. Oh, I like that hair. It's kind of unique. That's kind of unique. Uniqua. So I was gonna, you know what? It's kind of wild. And when you listen to different things online or whatever, how much of it really goes into your brain? How much of it is really a good word that sticks with you? I've been listening to the Proverbs every day. There's 31 days in the beginning of the month, the first month, and the last month. Tomorrow's going to be the 15th. But what do you use your time when you're listening? Does it even help to listen to what you're hearing? Do you even hear the sounds that are around you? Have you taken time to hear? Have you taken time look at the infidel thing. Infidel is quite interesting, because when you think about it, infidel, you think about like someone that's not faithful. But what are you loyal to? What are you faithful to? I mean, you should be faithful to your spouse. By all means, be faithful to your spouse, especially if they deserve your faithfulness. If they don't, well, you got to work out some details. So, what is it? Whoa, what is that? That's weird. Oh, that's weird. Faithfulness. God's faithful to us, even when we're not faithful to Him. You'll be like, whoa, that's crazy. How? He just is. He's faithful and true. He is. It's fantastic. You should be happy about that. You should be glad. Man, that's crazy, isn't it? Hmm? It's crazy. Yeah, I'm totally distracted by some things that aren't really, really important, but I'm doing it. It's like with everything, you just gonna do it. They say fake it till you make it. There's some truth to that. Even especially in a marriage, there's some days you're not gonna be in love, and you'll be like, "What am I doing with this?" You'll be like, "Yeah, she or he is driving me crazy. I can't stand him right now." But I mean, that's what marriage is supposed to be. Sometimes I need a nudge too. Why can't you just kind of, oh, you don't want the responsibility to like nudge your mate and say, hey, you know what? I need your attention right now. See what the bag looks like. My bag. Added to bag. Oh, shoot. Best seller. Oh, they divided up. 169. Huh. That's wild. But anyways, I wasted enough time with that. It will never, ever continue again. So how many of you tuned in to hear me read the word? No one left any chat in the chat box. That's all right. Oh shoot, what's all this? Whoa. No, my room's dusty. My room needs dust. Be dusted. So we're going to look at Matthew 6 today. I said in one of my vlogging that the Sermon on the Mount is something that we really need to pay attention to this year. I did some of Matthew last time. I did the live stream. And today we're going to look at Matthew chapter 6. Matthew chapter 6 is where the Lord's Prayer is. And it's all marked up. But let's read it, okay? I titled the chapter, let me see. I titled this chapter, the chapter theme I put was, we all depend on God. Beware of practicing your righteousness before man to be noticed by them. Otherwise, you have no reward with your Father who is in heaven. When therefore you give alms, do not sound a trumpet before you, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may be honored by men. Truly I say to you, they have the reward in full. But when you give your alms, do not let your right hand know. Sorry, I screwed up already. Okay, let's do this again. But when you give alms, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, that your alms may be in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will repay you. And when you pray, you are not to be as hypocrites, for they love to stand and pray in the synagogues and on the street corners in order to be seen by men. Truly, I say to you, they have the reward in full. But you, when you pray, go into your inner room, and when you have shut your door, pray to your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will repay you. And when you pray, I'm on number 7 now, Matthew 6:7. And when you are praying, do not use meaningless repetition as the Gentiles do, for they suppose that they will be heard for their many words. Therefore, do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask Him. Pray then in this way: Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. For if you forgive men for their transgressions, your Father will also forgive you. But if you do not forgive men, then your Father will not forgive your transgressions. And whenever you fast, do not put a gloomy face as the hypocrites do, for they ne- neglect their appearance in order to be seen fasting by men. Truly I say to you, they have their reward in full. But you, when you fast, anoint your head and wash your face, so that you may not be seen fasting by men, but by your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will repay you. Do not lay up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moths and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroy, and where thieves do not break in or steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. The lamp of the body is the eye. If therefore your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in you is darkness, how great is the darkness? No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will hold to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. Oops. I yawned and I got saliva on the page. Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's some pastors that you could probably catch online that will break down the Lord's Prayer and break down this whole chapter. I believe my pastor might have taught in this book maybe a couple years ago. He taught the whole book. Maybe it took him a couple years to get through, but because there's so much to it, you could read the Bible passively or aggressively, no, passively or actively. You can do that. But I tell you the truth that it's better to read the word in a very active way. Read it out loud to yourself. Like right now, no one's on my live stream, which is fine. But I need to be reminded of these scriptures, of this word all the time. you pray, sees in secret will repay you. What kind of blessings do you want from God? I mean, if you have people give you a pat on the back or whatever up front, I don't know. That might feel good for a minute, but that's not like the Lord rewarding you privately. Because what the Lord does, the Lord will reward you openly if you have a private time with God. When you go into your room or your private place, even in the car. You know, I've heard people say you could pray going for a walk. You could pray while you're driving. Of course, you don't close your eyes. I don't even know who thought of closing your eyes when you pray, but someone along the way thought that was a great idea, and that's pretty much it's a hard thing. You bow to your heart like there's just one certain religion that they have to pray 3 times a day, facing a certain position, and they get on the rug, and then they pray on the rug, facing the certain direction. That's wild. That's really wild when you think about it. First of all, it's like when you have a prayer rug and you just drop in to pray, you're doing it publicly. It's the virtue signaling thing. The virtuous oh shoot. I clicked on the weather. Sorry about that. I was seeing what the temperatures out here feels like. This bedroom feels like it's freaking a refrigerator. Unfortunately, this is an old house. It's not very airtight. Maybe one of these days it will be airtight. But like your heart, your soul, your mind, is it airtight? Is it? Do you only allow things in and out of your mind that gets thoroughly filtered? I don't know. But you, when you pray, go into your inner room, and when you have shut the door, pray to your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will repay you. And when you are praying, do not use meaningless repetition as the Gentiles do, for they suppose that they will be heard in their many words. For their many words. Therefore, do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask Him. You've seen the beads, right? The rosary, praying the rosary. It looks a lot like what the Buddhists used when they pray. And they're doing Our Father who art in heaven. And then they say, Hail Mary, blah, blah, blah. And then Hail Mary, blah, blah, blah. It is essentially getting yourself in like hypnosis. That's not cool. It's not allowed, man. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing your meaningless repetitions. Even the Lord's Prayer is a sample of how to pray. It's not a actual go-to. I mean, you can use it for a go-to, and you could pray the Lord's Prayer but really it's a sample, it's a breakdown, it's the point by point. And when you are praying, do not use meaningless repetition, as the Gentiles do, for they suppose that they will be heard for their many words. Like the Gentiles too, is what it says in this translation. And you know what? I'm sure I'm curious to see what the King James says for Matthew 6. Matthew 6. No, go too far back. Matthew 6. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions, as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. I know that probably I'm not the only one. I do get like that sometimes. But it's like the example that I've used before when you when you're in trouble, when you're a little kid. I remember doing this. Maybe you don't remember doing this, but I remember being sent to my room because I did something bad. Probably I don't know. Probably broke one of my dad's tools, or probably did something naughty. But I'd be sent to my room, and then I would be in my room, and I'll be yelling up from the doorway, "Let me out, Mom, Mom, Dad, Dad, Mom, Dad." But I liken that kind of in the same idea. Is like when you're in trouble, whatever it is, you might be on punishment. Like for me, I'm probably, well, I'm stuck being single. Not that, I mean, I mean, honestly, just, it's an example. I'm not saying I'm stuck or either way, but I'm just saying right now in my life, I'm single. But have I prayed for a mate? Yeah, I do. But it's like that one scripture too that I think is very relevant right now about prayer. It's Luke 18. I think it's a whole chapter. It's a good chapter actually. Yeah, but I've looked at it before, but I'm gonna look at it again with you guys, or whoever watches this later on or whenever. Now he was telling them a parable to show that at all times they ought to pray and do not lose heart, saying, there was in a certain city a judge who did not fear God. And there was a widow in that city, and she kept coming to him saying, give me legal protection from my opponent. And for a while he was unwilling, but afterward he said to himself, even though I do not fear God nor respect man, yet because this widow bothers me, I will give her legal protection Least by continually coming, she weary me out. And so that is a good example of you do have to be, you, you do have to have some persistence in prayer, some persistence, not like the vain repetition, but you got to come to the Lord, whatever it is. Just say, Lord, could you please give me what I want? Or you can even pray, God, please consider what I want. Because in all honesty, your want is different than you think. Because if you look at the, sorry, I got distracted. I'll get into it for a minute, because like, and when you pray, you are not to be as the hypocrites. Okay, I read that already. Sorry. And when you pray, do not use meaningless repetition. That's a lot different. If you're in trouble, that's different. That's way different. When you're in trouble, you'll be like, God, God, please, God, help me. Father, God in heaven, please help me. You're under anguish. If you're under some anguish or some bummer, you're going to be probably using repetition. You're probably going to be like, God, God, please help me. God, sweet Jesus, God, help me. I mean, that goes without saying. So use your best judgment, and the best judgment comes by reading the Word of God. You know, coming to God over and over again with certain things is different, because eventually God's going to say, they say, pastor said, God will say yes, no, or wait, or not yet, or whatever, or maybe. God is not required to give you a straight answer. Remember, we have to have a little bit of humility. Therefore, do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask Him. I mean, that alone could make me even not want to be very specific in my prayers, because I know that God is going to do what His sovereign plan is. God will prepare you for however He's going to answer your prayer. If it's the yes, no, or wait, or whatever it is, the good Lord will speak to you through His word, through the people around, and through the preaching. So we keep that in mind. It's a really important detail, I think. So let's continue with this for a minute. Therefore, not be like them, Father knows. Therefore, do not be like them, the heathen, the pagans, the Gentiles. Do not be like them. For your Father knows what you need before you ask Him. Even it's going to get like that. I think it's even in the same chapter. Maybe it is in 7. Or maybe it was in the last chapter, but it's basically, when you think about the animals around you, they have a place to stay. They have a place to be warm, and they have a place to eat. They have the food and the shelter. What more do we get food and shelter? The good Lord will provide the food and shelter that we need. Whatever it looks like, however it looks, He will provide for you. Pray then in this way, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. When I pray, I think about how holy God is. I think about His reputation. His reputation is way beyond whatever we could imagine. Because the good Lord, He cares about His reputation, probably not in the same way that we care about our reputation, because we will probably get bent out of shape and hurt and all those things when we are attacked, when we are like talked about, whatever. But I tell you right now, if you have a good reputation, people could talk crap about you all day long, but your reputation will come to the service and your reputation will be up front, no matter how much negative, sad, and unfriendly, unnecessary things they tell you. You're going to be fine. You're going to be you're going to be really okay, as long as you have a good reputation. But if you have a bad reputation and people talk crap about you, good luck with that, man. I know that I get caught up in the heat of the moment and I get mad and angry and sad and all those feelings come about, but the most important thing is to know what God thinks about you and to know what the truth is. And don't be all, don't, I mean, God will hold His own. That's why I like the other religions, if you challenge them and ask them about their certain beliefs or whatever, they'll want to fight you. And the reason why they want to fight you is because they're insecure, their insecurity. We see, or maybe I haven't really seen it, but I've heard of blasphemous t-shirts and bumper stickers. And people are probably being pretty ignorant about challenging God, challenging Jesus, challenging the Holy Spirit. But God's reputation is going to overrule all that. God's reputation is everything. And He doesn't need us to defend His reputation. Sure, it will bother us. I mean, it bothers me when they say blasphemous, terrible things about God. That's really not cool. It's not all right. But we shouldn't be we shouldn't be too surprised when bad people act bad. I mean, that should, if anything, when people attack our faith, it should be a badge of honor almost. Because they won't attack those other faiths, those other religions, because it's like, Why? What's the point? Everyone knows those religions are wrong, but those people in those religions want to fight tooth and nail. We should too, but not violently. We should have a winsome and attractive way to approach those people that want to challenge us and want to be irrational and unreasonable. So, again, it's just something that really you need to keep in your mind and heart and soul when you are dealing with those people. And when you pray, pray then in this way: Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. That's Matthew 6:9. Matthew 6, verse 9. Hallowed be thy name. We can come to God because he is holy, and we only come to God through Jesus Christ because he's holy. He's too holy to deal with a lot of stuff that is really, really kind of rough. 10. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That's a lot of my apocalypse and Armageddon stuff right there. Because let's break it down for a minute. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. And there's a comma. Supposedly in the original language, there wasn't punctuation. So someone along the line thought that putting punctuation was a good idea. But when you say, thy kingdom come, that's convicting because we need to be about God's kingdom come. That's what it's really about. You know, all the things that we get involved in, for the most part, is our kingdom. Like the scripture does say, if you want to be married, you're going to worry about food and shelter. You're going to worry about those things to make your spouse happy. We're going to have the balance between God's kingdom and our kingdom, and to know that God's kingdom is way more relevant and important than ours, even if you're in a marriage relationship. And if you have a godly spouse, I'm being general only because there might be some women out there listening, there might be some men out there listening, whatever, but when you think about your spouse, you're going to be thinking about how to keep them happy. But if they're reasonable, they're going to know that you're not going to be that responsible for the happiness, but you're going to be responsible for, especially for a man, you have to consider their safety, their security. You got to consider those things that bring God glory, bring God to the front. Like if you both are seeking after God, you both are going to be drawn closer together. So just keep that in mind about God's kingdom and then your kingdom. There's going to be you're going to really need to find Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. When God's kingdom comes, when the apocalypse does totally reveal the end, and when the Armageddon, because essentially I've said before, Armageddon is when mankind and all creative beings challenge the Creator. It's so ignorant to me to think that humanity could challenge an infinite Creator, and even those spiritual beings that are all around us right now. They seek to challenge God. Armageddon is essentially happening now, and we need to be vigilant. We need to be very we need to wake up, and the way that we wake up is being in the Word of God. I mean, I'm going to try to be in the Word every day during my break, a couple times a day, because I haven't said before about like, oh, we should be in the Word 4 hours a day. I'm sure pastors, good, strong pastors, are in the Word probably 8 hours a day. They're praying and in the Word and totally contending with the scriptures to find out what is important to teach on and what's important on the different points. It's like when I'm doing here, the Lord's Prayer is easy for the most part, because I use the Lord's Prayer when I pray. I've done it many times. I will break down the Lord's Prayer and think of all the points. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The spiritual, I've learned a long time ago, earth, when you see earth and heaven in the scriptures, I may be wrong. Like I said, I've never went to seminary. I don't really have a desire to go to seminary. But when you think about what it says, on earth as it is in heaven, on earth as it is in heaven, in the physical realm, as it is in the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm is what we have to deal with. I think I said spiritual realm, but I meant to say it's the physical realm. The physical realm is what we're most familiar with. The spiritual realm, like right now, we don't have the eyes to see it, but there is spirits all around us. Like in Israel right now, there's probably a lot of spiritual warfare. Wherever there's a war, there's the spiritual war taking place at the same time. And God is protecting things, holding things back even more than ever. I mean, you think about, like, even if Iran has a nuclear bomb, are they going to be able to release it? Probably on Israel, and then maybe on the USA. It's not really scary when you know that that kind of explosion is pretty fast. But it puts things in perspective. It's like when you're thinking about on earth as it is in heaven. The physical realm will be disintegrated. The spiritual realm, I'm not sure how God's going to take care of that, but God's going to clean up the spiritual realm. You read the book of Revelations, and then you'll see that the spiritual realm pretty much cleaned up. Because God gives authority to his angels to take care of business. Because the angels can't do anything without God's authority, because they have a hierarchy and all those things that is relevant and important. So I hope that you guys, whoever watches this down the road, I hope that some way, shape, or form, they will, you guys and girls, whoever, get into the Word. I mean, we make so much time. I'm convicted too. I make so much time to do so many things. But you got to make time to do things that you really care about. It's like cultivating a relationship with your spouse or with your future spouse. You got to put time in it. You're going to have to figure out what you want. So I hope that helps you guys. Oh, uh-oh. I was trying to close that. I was trying to be suave and close that lens, but it didn't work out. Oops.
The Proverbs 31 woman trying to live up to her example can seem sometimes, can't it? But she has so much to teach us about being a woman of God. Donna Rush here, inviting you to join me at an upcoming Proverbs 31 financial workshop that I'll be hosting. Several women will talk about how they apply Proverbs 31 to their lives. In longtime KPLA financial advisor advertiser, Tom Neglia will be our guest speaker on how to create a money makeover. Learn God's principles and steps for financial security. The cost is only
as always, making sure everything runs smoothly here. And I am also here with our other teammate. One of the other teammates is Daryl Fulton. Daryl, before I let you come on air, because you know how you like to dominate the airspace here. Let me give you the number to start with your questions. That number is 888-995-5552. Once again, 888-995-5552. As I always say, number 888-995-5552. Yes, Daryl. What's going on?
I thought you called me again because you said it's easier. And I kept saying easy. I thought you were going to say simple.